Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Astraea Love. And then for those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm here to give you guys a reading today. Okay, so please make sure that you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It's in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes shadow banning and the copywriting and the gatekeeping of my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit, so do not steal messages from me because they're not my messages. They belong to God. Okay, so don't steal the intellectual property of the Most High. Okay, now we're going to go into the prayer. I pray to everything on this list. I also, please, I ask that Archangel Michael and all of the archangels be with us for this reading and for every other. And I would ask that he and Saint Benedict would please return all evil eye and block it out and protect me and my platform and the people on my platform from any evil. Block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. Now, as I call upon God's favor, I ask that God continue to give me the full armor of God for protection during my life's mission and work here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay, you guys, let's get the likes up. We got 2 people watching, or 2 people signed on to watching, but 0 likes. Okay, 1 person just signed off. Okay, so, all right, thank you. That 1 person that did the like. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be my main thing is I won't be starting a reading until I have at least 1 like. It should be at least 100 likes, but whatever. Still getting shadow banned. And that shit's not going to last forever. Good morning, you guys. Good afternoon to you as well. Okay, so you guys have a copycat witch that literally tried to do some type of ritual last night to disconnect you guys from God and the Holy Spirit. And, ooh, this is a backfire. I mean, what type of sicko would do something like that? I'm not for sure. I don't know who you guys partner with, but you definitely have somebody that wants to be you. They don't want to be like you. They want to be you. Because you guys are this 9 of Pentacles energy, which means like self-sufficient. Also, somebody could want you to feel bored with your profession. Yeah, you guys are very self-sufficient and very, well, you may end up coming into a large sum of money, or you appear to have a large sum of money. Okay. This talks about possible inheritance or lottery winnings as well. So somebody is trying to pry into your future to mess it up, basically. Oh, thank you, Girl Gone. Okay, are you still going to be moving and continuing on your path? So is this move a physical move? That's what I would want to know. Is you actually changing locations? It's actually really compatible for you to move. So we're going to use the Thoth deck. Yes, it is about changing locations. Okay, do you have a place that you've set your mind on, or is it still up in air? Because what I'm getting is that there may be a couple different places that you should apply to, cities that are kind of next to each other. Yeah, you're basically wanting to get out of this neighborhood that's been surveillancing you. So I feel like you should move. Spirits, you're waiting right now. Okay, so yeah, Spirit's saying that, I mean, pretty much any of the cities that you've picked to apply to are better than where you are right now, just because of the type of people that you have. around you. And it's not like all of your neighbors are on this monitoring shit, but some of them are on it. So okay, let's see. I feel like everything, you got the place just waiting to get in. Okay, good. I feel like you should follow through with the move because, everything's been building up to this so that you can make a clean break to get away from these people. So make sure that when you're actually physically moving your stuff from one place to another, you got to make sure that I would even ask somebody to follow behind you as you drive away, somebody that you trust and know, because you don't want these people like following you and trying to find your new location. So I would definitely not be telling anybody in your neighborhood that you're moving, and then try to do it as discreetly as possible so that these people do not follow you. Yeah. So like when I moved, I just like the second that they were trying to put me in jail for no reason, that's when I was like, okay, I have to get the fuck out of here. Like literally have to leave this city or they're going to unalive me. These people had made numerous attempts on my life to my face, numerous attempts, gang stalking me, harassing me and bullying me. So I couldn't leave my house and shit like that. So what I did was I moved everything at night. I like, I didn't tell anybody where I was going and I didn't give anybody a head up like, oh yeah, I'm moving. I didn't tell anybody. Yeah, you're dealing with this energy that's got like prudence with it. This person is definitely a copycat. Oh, thank you, Shaman Maria. Shaman Maria, hugs to you as well. How you guys attract these weird energies? You're dealing with somebody that's very judgmental. Yeah, so yeah, moving at night. I know it doesn't sound ideal, but it would be better that way because if you have that moving truck there during the day, or maybe try to disguise it. Again, if you're moving a few cities over, that's why you don't want anybody to follow you. And then make sure that you get a forward done at your mail, whatever your mailbox is. And when you get this forward, it's basically going to forward your mail. I would reiterate to the mail person that if, and how can you say this? I would just fucked up people working at the mail office. So maybe when you go in to have to confirm your identity to get your, I would ask them about, oh hell no. Hold on, you guys. Sorry. Okay. I would ask them about sorry about that. I would ask them about their privacy laws and um then reiterate the fact that the reason that you have to move is to get away from stalkers. And so, you know, um, you don't want anybody having access to your location other than the mail system. And they might have something. Yes, your path is still in motion for sure. I feel like that's going to be it. Inevitably, you're going to end up moving, whether it's this month or 3 months from now. The thing is that God is like telling you to move because you're dealing with somebody who doesn't like your lifestyle. They're a prude, like, and they're a prude in the worst type of way. They look down at everybody else. This is somebody that was obsessed with you. So yeah, your spirit guides are telling you to still move. Make sure you get that address change. They're going to confirm that it's you at the post office in your new place. And then in this new place, see, if you're moving to another apartment complex, you just want to, in this new place, go through the entire thing, make sure everything still works. And then, you know, basically just check everything for cameras because who knows what the situation was that was there before. And so, and I get there's a lot, wherever you live, there is like a massive amount of corruption. I'm kind of almost getting like a sundown town feel, like real creepy ass vibes. And if you don't know what sundown towns are, they are towns that still exist in the United States. This is a real thing. Um, where if you're of any melanated skin color other than white, Caucasian, after the sun goes down, they like, you know, pew pew or lynch somebody or something like that. Okay. Like that's ridiculous, right? But whatever. It is the way it is. But I get that feeling of you having a lot of judgmental people around. See, these people are pretty lazy. They're prude and they're lazy. I get that the relationship between you and your new landlord, I should say, is going to be a lot better. This is like, you know, somebody that you could talk to. So I would make sure that you move everything at night. Do not give anybody any type of notice about moving. Other than like me, because people are probably not watching you online, but they're definitely watching you in person. They're waiting for you to make some type of like mood, some type of. So yeah, these people are waiting. They're going to feel, the thing is once your energy, a small town, it is a small town. So once your energy is removed from these people, they're going to be in great sorrow. And then at that point, they're going to be wanting to search for you. And so that's why you want to move out as fast as possible, like at nighttime, really go through all of your stuff and see what needs to come with you and what needs to stay. What is worth. Some things may be overwhelming to move, and it may be better to just literally go, okay, I'll just repurchase that, right? So make sure that you've got, and again, label your boxes, your moving boxes, for what I would do is look at the floor plan of where you're going. And then as you pack stuff, what I did was I would label the boxes of what room it would go in, so that it wasn't just like a bunch of boxes of who knows what, so that you could take, okay, this one says living room. Okay, this one says bedroom. It'll make the moving easy, so much easier. And then doing it at night. If your landlord that you have right now were to go, oh, okay, where are you moving to? Don't be like, I'm sorry, I have to keep that information secret. And, you might want to tell the landlord that you have now that the people in the neighborhood were harassing you and they were stalking you and they were not right. I mean, I would just tell this person, because in the future, these people that were watching you and surveillancing you and harassing you, they may literally be taken to court for this shit, because people can only get away with shit for so long. I hope everybody knows that. We can only get away with doing crimes against people for so long, and then somebody gets, hurt. And so, yeah, making sure that, if you have anybody helping you move, that they don't open their mouth. And then when you get to this new place, do not post any pictures on social media, because you're going to literally have people trying to search for you. And I feel like they may go to the post office. Yeah, they may go to the post office and ask where your new address is. People are that retarded. Or they may ask the postman what your new, or whatever, the person that comes to your mailbox. They may try to ask them where you went and try to get that information from the mailman. And if you have already put in, because when you tell these people at the post office and you get your address switched, tell them to put an additional note on your case that you had an issue with the people trying to, harassing you. And so you cannot have this male person, and they'll probably specifically speak to this male person, and tell them, hey, this is sensitive information. You can't, if anybody tries to ask you or get the information out of you of where this person's mail is supposed to be going, do not give it to them, or you will be sued in a court of law, literally. And so, yeah, you always want to give people warnings, because you do have corrupt officials in the post office, and all they need is that address for these people to start following you and doing this shit again. Now, when I had to move away from the people that were trying to murder me and get me put in the mental institution or get me put in jail, I had to literally, by the grace of God, I was able to move like literally a month later. After they had done all of this shit, I was able to move a month later, and I didn't tell anybody about where I was going. I had one neighbor that was calling the cops on me every day. And I said, listen, I'm going to be moving. This person must have not taken serious what I said. I'm going to be moving. It was like the next day I was literally fucking gone. And so Yeah, those people tried to follow. They tried to see, the thing is, by the time they had it in their mind to follow me, I was already gone. And so that's why these people can't do shit to me now. I mean, they can stalk me online and stuff, but they can't come to where I'm at. They don't know where I lay my head. They can't come around my yard. And, I have pew pew. I have pew pew. I stay strapped up. Not like I take a gun out, but like I stay with one in the house. You know what I mean? So, and I used to be really against having weapons. Well, they're not my weapons really, but I used to be against having any type of weapon. But like, in this day and age, there's a lot of crazy people. Yes, be safe when you do. Make sure that you're not leaving behind anything that they like, anything. I would pray over all of your stuff and say, may anything that gets left behind not be used against me, because the people will try. What I'm picking up on is they're going to try to formulate an attack, and it's not going to work, because basically, you'll be gone. They're going to attempt to do this shit, and then they're going to be going to the post office. They're going to be trying to find if you post your location or your address online, which I never do that. Okay. They're going to try to find somebody to dox you, because I'm not kidding. Some of these people in this community are going to pass away. When your energy is fully removed, some of these people will pass away, and some of them will go to jail, and some of them will go to purgatory. They don't have a bright future. In fact, it was literally, Grogan, you living there that was keeping God from sending some type of horrific natural disaster to these people. So after you leave, they're going to really realize that all this evil eye is stuck with them, because they were sending it to your house, but they live over there. What type of retarded idiot curses a neighbor and thinks that you're not going to be affected by that curse? Not only that person did it, but they're cursing their neighbor. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with people? It's like people that curse their bloodline. They curse like their other family members. What is wrong with them? That is cursing yourself. Anytime you curse a neighbor, you're cursing yourself. So all that evil eye that they were sending is going to be returned to sender. And then I would pray, Psalm 91 against them, and for specific protection from these people. And you don't have to know their names. You can say just known and unknown, seen and unseen enemies. Yeah, these people are straight up defeated. Like, I'm not kidding. They're lazy. These are you were dealing with a group of people that had some type of religion, and they were psychic vampiring you, like literally living off of your energy. Welcome in, Angel 101. So once your energy is removed from this place, and then you can always say, God, I pray that all my energy is always protected. Once your energy is removed from that place, these people are going to be suffering. Like, once you move, call all of your power and your energy back to it, and these people will shrivel up and pass away. And some of them were already going to pass away until you moved in, and they've been using you like your energy like a dialysis machine. Look at this. They're defeated from trying to interfere with your life anymore. This card says interference. So yeah, they're defeated when it comes to that. Whatever plots and plans they had for you. You noticed yesterday something was trying to get into the house. Oh my God. And you say in Palo Santo, good. Because these people, their next thing is to send monitoring spirits. But a monitoring spirit can be inside a person, but it's usually just an actual spirit. So, I pray that Archangel Michael takes the head off of any monitoring spirits, and that they're not any longer allowed to give anybody else information about you. I mean, the thing is that you're actually getting an upgrade. So if these people try to do anything that they had tried to do before, it's going to backfire on them. These people's demons are being returned to sender, and they're going to have to live with the consequences of what they've done, which means that their religion, it kept hitting your blinds. Wow. And couldn't. Wow. Well, at least it didn't get in the house. Okay. And again, cleanse your vehicle as well. Okay, you can get Florida water and Florida water cologne, and add it to a little spray bottle with some water. And in the new place, because when you move into a new home, you want to put your positive energy into it. So I would go around to the windows and everything and just spray around any entrance point, like the front door, the back door. Your son saw the smoke, make a shape around the windows. Oh my gosh, that's why I'm being told to tell you about the window. Yeah, to spray the windows on the outside and spray them on the inside. And that's going to put up another layer. You are basically wanting to create layers of protection. Yes, so sage and Palo Santo. What sage does is it wipes out all energy, positive and negative. It just gives you like a clean slate. But the Palo Santo invites in positive energies. Okay. And basically blesses and adds another layer of protection. So yeah, I would definitely use the floor, since you don't want to really sage your car if you don't want your car to smell like sage. But they do have sprays, and then you could use that Florida water spray all over your vehicle in case anybody tried to put any. And I would check your car for tracking devices and stuff like that. Always have your car checked, get underneath it, look around the rims and around usually they'll put a tracking device like underneath, how you have a tire and then you have the rim of the tire. They'll usually put something in there. So cleanse your vehicle, and then everything that comes into the new home, make sure you've prayed over it and that you've blessed it. And what is the other thing? Okay, so what I'm being told, this is really random. What I'm being told is, why am I being told this? Okay, this is an old like folk way of getting people to not follow you. If you take a pair of your shoes and tie the shoelaces between the two shoes together and put that by the back door, you don't have to put it outside, but just put it for the time being by the back door, or the back entrance or towards the back of the house. By doing that, it basically keeps people from following you. It keeps spirits from following you. So yeah, these people are not going to be able to interfere with it. Also, I would pray about this move and ask God to reveal anything to you that needs to be revealed, because these people and their psychic vampirism, they're not going to be happy when you remove your energy, because they were satiated. You know what satiated means, right? It means like full, like they were satiated off of and this is what psychic vampires do. The only reason they exist is to cause an interference to other people. And so they're going to really regret, because this new person that they're going to put in your place is going to definitely be one of these monsters, just like these people. And so they're going to have a really big problem in the future. They're not going to have anybody to drain of their energy. And you know that all of these people that siphon people's energies and are soulless, that they either practice some type of witchcraft or they do something to get their soul taken away or gone. I don't know why they're soulless, but yeah, they have to answer to some type of creature or vampire on a higher self level. Look at this change. So yeah, I would definitely be using that Florida water to cleanse any photos you have, like anything that you have that is going to go on a wall. You want that to be cleansed. Good. Oh my gosh. Wow. Black obsidian and Bastet statue for the new place. Awesome. Yeah, I would put Bastet in the bedroom. So, and then if you've got kids, just tell them, or even if you've got nephews or anybody that's going to come visit you that's a child, tell them that it's really important. Bagua mirror, good. You got a Bagua mirror. Yes, put that up. I would just tell them, and then I would also get an evil eye amulet and put that up as well. But I would tell them that if anybody comes and asks you where you're living, not to give out the location, because they may feel like, oh, well, we'll just go to their children. The fool. These people are so foolish. I'm not kidding. But I do like the energy of the fool, because it's somebody beginning a new adventure. But these people are foolish as shit. They're not ready for this change that's about to occur. And like, I feel like, okay, the moment that I left that other condo and moved, far away, all of those condos were shut down, because not shut down permanently, but because they had a flood. that affected all of the buildings. And so it was like basically me staying there was keeping these people from getting their karma. And so, yeah, these people need to just get their karma so they can learn their lessons and stop draining people of their life force. But I don't think that people that don't know that they're vampires, I don't know if they know what it is that they're actually doing. I'm also getting a lot of alcoholism or illegal substance use. You are going to be so much better. Also with the new neighbors, why those just fell like that. With the new neighbors, don't really get to know them. I lived an entire year here at this new place, or maybe even over a year, before I ever met or shook hands with a neighbor. And we all just stay to ourselves. I've got probably the best neighbors in the world because they don't fuck with me. They don't, Okay, these are the ones that just fell on the ground. All right, so we have, look at this, the tower, this Hierophant group that was doing this evil eye, they're about to get hit with something. So the moment you leave, they're going to literally get hit with a sickness, an illness. This could be COVID or something similar to it. And then this Queen of Discs and the Victory. Like you literally have the help of Lilith. And so, yeah, you're going to be victorious. I don't know why those fell on the ground. I think it's because these people are going to have a great fall. They're going to have a great fall and you're going to be extremely victorious over them. And then when they don't have access to where you live anymore, they're not going to be able to do anything to harass you or noise intimidate you. So, yeah. Also, spray your animals down if you have any pets with the Florida water. I mean, don't spray it in their eyes, but you can spray it on a napkin even and just wipe your animal down with it and cleanse it. So that I just would do that anytime that you move. Because if you have any animals, it'll take a little bit to get readjusted. You may end up finding that you want to get an animal at this new place. I feel like animals are great protectors. Lilith is definitely protecting you. Absolutely. She's basically, what she's going to do to these people is bad. Like these people that were sending the evil eye to you, she is going to win you the victory. I mean, she's going to show up for you like big time. I mean, she came out in this reading. Look at this. These people are going to be so freaking disappointed. Green tea on dogs and animals helps too. Oh, and helps with skin allergy. Thank you. Thank you, Shama Maria. I did not know that. So yeah, green tea, that's another thing, and it's fairly cheap to get green tea. So I would definitely be, any of the doorways into this new place, be cleansing those. And, hopefully you won't need somebody to help you move everything. And hopefully you can do it, pretty much with you and your family. I would hope, because look at this truce card. These people are going to be disappointed because there's a truce that's being created by you leaving. It's creating a truce. These people are going to be really upset. Yeah, absolutely. So Lilith is saying that just like you picked up, she's always been around you. She's definitely feels like a mother figure to you. So I know that she had a lot of children with Samael and a lot of children with Adam, but they don't talk about those children because the Bible wanted to only include certain types of books. And so they basically tried to erase Lilith from the Bible. And I think that maybe it's in Jewish texts that she still exists, but they basically demonized her because she was the first woman. And she's really not bad. I mean, I don't get any bad vibes from her. She's not manipulative. I mean, she is very dominant, but she's not like a bad spirit or anything like that. She's actually extremely wise, and she's somebody that has had to stand on their own before. Yes, they did create their own hardships. Yeah, she's someone that's had to stand on her own before, and she acknowledges this situation basically, because you're needing her energy and her assistance just right now, because this evil eye crap, this Hierophant group, that's why I was wondering if it was a religion in your neighborhood or something like that. These weirdos are about to have literally Lilith and all of Lilith's legions attacking them. So this is most likely, this spiritual attack that's going to be sent to these people is most likely what's going to make them bow down and gracefully stop. You know what I mean? Furthermore, telling, if you have an employer and people know where you work, tell your employer that not to reveal anything about you. The more people in your life you can tell, you've always been confused because not sure of her because of society. That's exactly it. I mean, Lilith is one of the beings that will love you if you're LGBTQ plus, will love you no matter what, because she's a mother. But she literally helps people who are outcast by society, kind of like Santa Muerte does. She helps people who other people would throw away because those people usually, need the most help because people try to throw them away. But yeah, Christianity painted her out to be really bad because she left Adam, and this was after Adam beat the shit out of her and a whole bunch of other stuff. But she left Adam because he was fucked up and would never go back. And that's what you're doing right now, is you're leaving an abusive situation and you're never going to go back. So yeah, society tells people to be afraid of her, but I don't know. She's not scary to me. And she's not she pretty much looks like this. She's got horns and stuff, but she reminds me of Maleficent, to be quite honest. She kind of reminds me of Maleficent. Maleficent literally looks a lot like her. I'm reading for Girl Gone right now, and then I'm going to get back to the other reading. But yeah, so this is going to create a truce. But any of the information that you guys feel, relates to you, you're in the collective, so it very well could relate to you. This Princess of Cups, see, this is a very sweet and enduring energy. So it could have been that you were one of her female children, and this is why she's got your back. Oh, I did tell you that Santa Muerte was one of your guardians last time, so that would make sense then, that both of these are helping you. Look at this success. Yes. So this is going to be a good move. A very good move. These people are going to be disappointed, but you can't control what other people do and what they feel. They're going to be searching for you because it's kind of like, they've been using you as an energetic punching bag for their bullshit. And they've been also using your energy to fund their projects. So when they don't have this energy anymore, their lazy asses and stuck up asses are going to be really upset that they can't find you. And then at that point, they'll try to search for you. But like I was saying, if you make sure that everything is covered up, that you're not listed online anywhere, and that you make sure that you tell the male people that you will be looking for anybody giving out your information, and to put a note in your chart that, because that's what I did. I was straight up, if anybody finds me and I find out there's somebody in the mail system that is doing fraud, I will take you guys to court and sue you for however long it takes. You know what I mean? Okay, so I hope that helped. Now we're going to go back to the collective reading. You're very welcome. Yeah, definitely don't doubt that God's going to move you. So, whether it's the first place you applied to, oh, thank you, or the second place, you are going to move. So just start preparing for that. You can start and if you pack a little bit at a time, you'll by the time you know it, you'll have everything packed up. Okay, you guys, so back to the collective reading. So this 9 of Pentacles energy still stands. You guys are single, self-sufficient. I mean, you don't have to be single, but you guys could be single and self-sufficient. You could stand on your own 2 feet. So this copycat person that when you're gone, so this is either when you remove yourself from the internet or you remove yourself from a location. This copycat energy that wants to be this 9 of Pentacles, they're going to get real upset. So I feel show grace and mercy to these people because they're mentally challenged in some type of way, but still don't let them walk all over you, basically. The Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, these people will be questioning their own judgment. Did I do the right thing? No. The right thing would have been to leave you, Nine of Pentacles, alone. Because again, I don't get that you've done anything to these people. Okay. And if they, again, going back to this copycat witch, energy harvesting, noise intimidation, bully person, this person is about to be dragged through the streets by their nostrils. I'm not even kidding. What the spirits are going to do to this person is absolutely frightening. They may end up unaliving this person because this is judgment. And literally, yes, spirits, absolutely. If you were to unalive a human being and not do, I don't know, proper burial rites or whatever, if you were to unalive a person, yes, their spirit could take your life. And they would do that by pushing you down the stairs, dragging you, I mean, I've literally seen a spirit drag a backpack that was full of books from one side of the house to the other. So yeah, spirits can harm people. I don't know. Some people say, oh, spirit, it's just in spirit. They can't do anything. No, if you've done really wrong by somebody and this person's done wrong by you, and they've done wrong by other people, spirits and stuff like that can actually hurt people. I had this one client that was standing on top of a waterfall. He said a prayer and an entity pushed his ass off the waterfall and he broke his back and his neck. Lived, obviously, to tell the tale, but still, it was like whatever was around him was like, do not pray to God or I'm going to unalive you, that type of energy. So spirits can harm. A lot of accidents that seem like freak accidents. Like, I knew about this one person that unalived somebody and sacrificed them with a death spirit, and they ended up like a week later falling into a fire, literally. Yeah, they've hurt you. Now you're the shaman. That's exactly it. You guys have always been single, self-sufficient, and judgment has been called. Because I will always say this about the Nine of Pentacles. It's a slow-moving energy, but at the same time, this is an energy that other people believe is weak. They feel like, oh, it's somebody by themselves. They can't do shit. It's like, no, these people have to gang up with others to get something pushed through. And you don't. That's what makes you absolutely terrifying. You should always be afraid of somebody who's slow to anger and who basically doesn't fight back, because you guys haven't been getting retaliation on these people. Also, it says to this enemy of yours, this copycat, a price will be paid to facing up to what they've done. And they're going to have to face up to what they've done. Like, there's no getting around it. There's no other lifetime. There's no way that this karma is going to be passed down to anybody else. No, this person that did the crime will pay the time. And that's basically what Spirit is telling me. That, wow, their collaborations are having a great fall, because that just fell on the ground like that. The collaboration that they made is having a great fall. Now you are going to have a collaboration of actually good-hearted people. I feel like where you're moving next and where you guys are going next in your life, okay? Because Spirit is moving you out of the way of this person, just point blank, period. New people in the old location. Yeah, there's going to be, and this is even spiritually, like Spirit's just basically, okay, child, step back, and then boom, going to slam this person. You may have extreme weather. Okay, somebody tried to mess with the forces of weather to send an attack to you, and this is like Mother Nature itself protects you guys. I don't know how these people thought they were going to get away with this, but yeah, you've got a new group of people that will easily call judgment. You got an actual soul tribe that's forming around you that will easily cause judgment, because this person's trying to watch where you're going in life. They just feel like if they can copy you or if they can be you, then they'll get what's yours. And that's not realistic. The Five of Swords are always putting this self-preservation first. This person, literally, whoever they are, this copycat does not take care of their children. I cannot stress that enough. They have so much shit going on. They do not take care of these children. And these children do not like their mother and their father. They do not like these people. which is definitely very hard to live life that way. But yeah, somebody doesn't want you to move on from their abuse. Somebody wants you to be the permanent punching bag, or the whipping boy. If you guys have ever read The Whipping Boy, I was forced to read it in, I don't know, Catholic school or some shit. But basically, there's a prince. Yes, they want to live beyond their means. There's a prince, and you cannot whip the prince because they're royalty. So they had a specific boy that they would use as the whipping boy. So anytime the prince did something bad, they would whip the whipping boy. I know it sounds crazy, but like literally somebody was using you as like a whipping boy. Exactly. Yeah, she should know that she can't do that shit. How can she cut a person off from God and the Holy Spirit? Exactly. The fuck? That's exactly it. It's crazy. You were stalked, set up, and attacked by her and her friend, and you're currently facing charges. Damn. See, that's the experience that I was going through. I was like literally being attacked. I was being harassed. They were gang stalking me, trying to record me through the front door and sending a bunch of witchcraft, and then they would call the police, literally. And fucking, I was like, okay, once I saw all those people were crooked, I was like, God, move me. But yeah, this gang stalking, you have to know that them gang stalking you and doing all this dumb shit is because they don't want you to have the gifts that you have, because they're going to basically always tell you when these people have some bullshit going on. Look at this. It makes you too strong. And the fact that these people are weak, anybody that feels like they need to copy someone and do witchcraft on someone is a weak ass hoe. I don't care what anybody says. These copycats and these plagiarisms and these copywriters and these fraudulent people, they're weak as all hell. And you're always going to survive, but these people are not. That's why they're having to put self-preservation first. Only nothing, this, like, the ancestors have abandoned these people. Yeah, it's the whole sundown town. Wow. Yeah, holy crap. I could never live in a place that is that racist. Because if they're that racist against anyone with melanated skin, then they're obviously probably don't like women either. So you can't trust that shit. These people are carrying a literal 10 of wands. They're very, very burdened, They're used to throwing their burdens on you because they know that you're strong, but God has literally called down judgment. So, if this goes to any type of court or legal system, I would be calling down judgment on that. And sometimes, like I had to go to court, and sometimes losing is actually winning. Okay. These people want you to enter into a binding contract with them. And if they can't get it in the spiritual, then they're going to try to get it by illegally taking you to court in the physical. So make sure that if you got anybody stalking you, watching you, being obsessed, that you're taking, pictures of them being around your property and all this stuff. And it's one thing. And this is why they, whoever is actually behind this most likely paid somebody to do this dumb shit. I just heard, yeah, the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, these people they juggled you and failed. They can't handle different types of responsibilities. It's not their strength. Also, these people need to rethink everything that's behind why they did this shit. Envy and jealousy is no reason to stalk, harass, abuse, and terrorize somebody. These people really should be put on some type of terrorist list. I do believe that, because the way that they've been harassing and attacking you. And I just heard this. I hear these one spirits that I am going to end up killing one day. They're very annoying, and they whine and talk shit. Anytime I start to reveal what these weirdos are doing, they try to speak out against it. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up. God, take them away. But yeah, so these people have sent monitoring spirits, and these monitoring spirits do not have the permission from God to even go back to these people. So they need to really rethink the basic ideas behind work and projects. Whatever they've been trying to copy, it's what you do for a living. Yeah, this is definitely somebody that should be like the Knight of Swords. It's like a military energy. Literally, the military may end up getting involved with this case or these people. And I feel like the military is coming for these people that are very crooked, that's been gang stalking and harassing and being obsessed and basically using you as a whipping boy. So I'm not feeling afraid of the military in this reading, but yeah, I do feel like, you know, martial law may end up being called in the city that you're in at some point, especially if these people get, I mean, they're going to reveal themselves because that's what they do. Yes, it is. It is. That is a very common practice. Witches will, and warlocks will, yeah, the police are involved. Yeah, witches and warlocks will literally, but the police are guilty. They're freaking crooked as shit. So that's why martial law will be invoked. But yes, to answer your question, Demita, they absolutely can attach monitoring spirits to anything, to any child, to any person, or to an item of clothing or a crystal. They can attach it to anything. So yeah, a lot of effed up people will put it on children, and that's the worst thing you could do to a child. Like possibly the worst thing. So yeah. Yeah, these these police officers did not know that they were following up a copycat and a liar and a witch. The thing is that we pray that all witchcraft being done on the police and being done on people's cities and stuff like this, that it backfires. Your child comes around when you're on the phone and gets in the way. Then when you're done, she goes on about her business. Absolutely. So I would definitely be praying over your child. Look at this, what just popped out, the 10 of Cups. I would be praying over your child, Psalm 91, and say, God, if there's any monitoring spirit. Now, people can be monitoring spirits. If they're trained from like a childhood to watch you or to report back to somebody, they can become the monitoring spirit, and then attaching an actual spirit is not needed. But yeah, you definitely have somebody that has tried to infiltrate your entire home. And so I would pray over your child and just say, God, if there is anything that is a monitoring spirit or that doesn't mean us good, please expose them, reveal them, show them to us, and so that we can move on and away from that. And always continue for the rest. Yeah, I think her father did it. I feel like there's a female attached to the father that did it. But yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So continue for the rest of your life to pray over your children, because it's just so important. A Capricorn, of course, somebody that's the literal devil. I mean, the devil card is the Capricorn. So yeah. Wow. Yeah. And there are some Capricorn. There's always good and bad of each zodiac sign. So we can't really judge people by their zodiac sign. But knowing that the leading energy that's behind it is kind of important. The 7 of Wands. Okay, so these people, when you guys walk away, they're going to be really confused. They're going to be really confused when this martial law kicks in. And it says that literally the military, it says on the 7 of Wands in the reverse that somebody's going to challenge their authority. The military is going to come in and challenge the authority of these police officers. And these cops are not going to like it. And I don't even think that the military is going to tell them why they're doing this. They're just going to take the city over, because enough with the corruption. These people are definitely in a tower. They're in a major tower. And if they don't realize that they're in the tower yet, boom, when this martial law kicks in and all of their crooked dealings and all of these crooked judges and crooked lawyers and crooked people in the court systems get exposed, boom, they're going to be in the tower with the 5 of Wands. Yeah, it is about time for this. This shit's gone on way too many years. I mean, when you say years, that sounds ridiculous, but literally this has gone on way too many years. It's just absolutely ridiculous and uncalled for. You've never done anything other than live your life. I don't see you being a person that provokes other people. There's a passage in the Bible that says, it says the same thing, like, children, do not provoke your parents, and parents, do not provoke your children. It should also say, neighbors, do not provoke your neighbors. But yeah, you got somebody that wants something that's yours. And so people, yeah, happy Sunday. Welcome in, Lauren. People will definitely, want to be a part of your life. And when you say no, they'll start stalking you. It's because you have gifts and abilities that are very, very rare that this world hasn't seen. This 10 of Cups, a happy family, happy life. This is why you are winning. Yeah, and again, sometimes losing is winning. When I had to go to court, it was like, I knew that the lawyer was crooked and working with the judge and that they were all crooked, but I played along with their game. And I just was like, I lost that court case. And what it ended up doing for me was it freed me up. By losing that, I was able to get the fuck away from those people. So it was like, okay, well, sometimes winning is losing and sometimes losing is winning. These people are going to have to sacrifice something or someone to keep their projects going, to keep their work going. You have an Ace of Swords protection coming in. Also, I am like literally picking up on somebody that keeps talking shit about you that has sores in their mouth. This person needs to go to the doctor and get why in the fuck they have sores in their mouth, because they're talking shit about a chosen one. Literally. That's what I was feeling, was like pustules or sores or something. So yeah, these people are tried to sacrifice you so bad. They're in the 9 of Swords for this. Literally grieving, staying up all night. They're going to be crying. That's why, when God moves you out of the way, stay out of the way. Don't ever go back to these people, because God will move you out of the way just so that God can hit these people and the devil, basically. So God can whack the devil upside the head a bunch of times. Because this was a horrible idea. Yeah, Empress, you guys are in Empress energy, which means that you're loving parents, or you could even be with the Empress. This Empress energy, this female energy, is part of God's protection, whoever this person is. This is definitely a high priestess of some type. But yeah, this Empress could even be a passed on loved one, or they could be like somebody in your spirit team, or they could be somebody in the physical that is providing protection for you and protection over your lineage. Because you had a Hierophant group in the reverse, which is like a secret society, a coven, Skull and Bones, the Illuminati, that type of shit. Oh, wow, your mom just passed. I'm so sorry for your loss, but you didn't lose her. She's still here protecting you. Look at this, the 8 of Wands. These people went to the crossroads on some bullshit. Whatever they offered up as a sacrifice was rejected. These people are not going to be gaining what you have. Cut the deck on the monitoring spirit card. That's crazy. Yeah, they're not going to be having a victory over you. Also, these people are going to betray you with slander and gossip. So be aware of who's in your friend circle. I would literally spread out false information about you and then see how that comes back to you. If you were to give your best friend or a colleague personal information that was not true about you, and then the police were to act on that personal information, then you would know who is doing this to you, right? So that's why I say, don't, not everybody needs to know your business. Pretty much nobody needs to know your business is what I'm saying, except for your children, but you don't need to tell your children all of your business. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. These people wanted your destiny. This entire freaking, how was this Hierophant group of many people going to split up one person's destiny? How in the hell were they going to do this? This shit is not possible. This is like sacrificing people for fame. Feelings of exhaustion, low energy, lethargy, mental dullness. These people are over involved and need to choose between too many commitments. They've made a commitment in attacking a lot of innocent people, and they're going to freaking suffer for that. I don't know who told these people that they're not going to pay for what they did. Yes, the woman that you work with, she clearly threw it in your face when she got mad. Exactly. And you know that people, some people are cool. You can tell them anything and they'll never repeat it, right? But some people, you'll tell them something and they'll repeat it, and then they'll hold on to that shit. And then the moment that they get mad, boom, here they go trying to throw shit in your face. So yeah, I would just be like, no. That's how you know you can weed people out by, playing the telephone game and seeing who is telling who about your life. But ask you to go to church with her? Fuck no. This church full of coven members, this church full of people that poison people, this church full of people that literally do prayer circles against other people that are not doing shit to them. This Hierophant group, no. This church is not a real church. There's something crooked about the pastor, the priest, or whatever the hell. Like they're not, no, you don't. First of all, you already have God in your life. You know God personally. You don't need to go to church. The only reason church was ever a thing is for one. The truth of it is because people want to be social. But you don't need to go to church to know God. And you know God much better than this bitch that goes to church and mingles and spreads gossip around at church with all these people. This is why people that do these prayer circles and all of this dumb work on other people, and they feel like it because it's behind the name of a religion. Jesus never told these people to get up and pray against you. Jesus doesn't even know these people, basically. Yeah, absolutely. Then beware of women trying to steal your essence so they can get a losing ass man, because you know that these men, especially these ones that I'm talking about now, they're not straight, not all the way. It's probably why they go to church, because they want to change their core nature. So yeah, beware of somebody trying to make, like, what I get is that you got a lot of people in the church that are very prudent. They look down their nose at other people and they judge other people for the way that they live. But these people have vices just like everybody else does. They go home, they binge watch shows. They don't sit around reading their Bible all day. She pulled out some of your hair. That is absolutely witchcraft. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Ooh, creepy. I would definitely pray against that. Anything that's been collected that is yours, because again, God's got you. These weapons will form, but they're not going to do anything. They're most likely going to backfire on these people. But yeah, somebody pulling out your hair, that is insane. So yeah, so the man that she's talking to looking at you, because after he came to the shop, he started acting funny with her. And I think it's because she talks negative. Yeah, absolutely. It's because she definitely talks shit about you and then is like, they feel these people are scammers. I don't know who they've scammed out of money, but they feel like you're an easy way. I feel like people that have spiritual gifts and abilities are not easy targets. And I don't know why these people think that because you're nice and humble that you're going to be an easy way. Look at this. These people are possibly going to jail. Maybe they were trying to put you in jail. That's insane. If they were trying to put you in jail just because you're single, self-sufficient, and you don't need somebody else, again, they're going to be put in jail for this shit over a damn man. Exactly. It's pathetic. And again, if you have to scheme, lie, cheat, do all this shit behind a man, and if that man's always making you jealous, that man is not for you. If you have to compete with another woman for a man, that man is not for you. These people feel like they're going to use the Bible and they're going to use pressure to keep somebody with them. That's not going to happen. These men are waking up at an expedited rate. Look at this. These people underestimated your ability. They did not know that you have the ability to transmute magic. And so these people trying to use you as a sacrifice, they could have been like, come to church with me. If you would have gone to church, you would have came home possessed by a demon and sick, literally, with some type of spiritual sickness. These people sacrifice the new people that come into the church. So basically they sacrifice their members. Anybody that comes into the church that has any type of gift or ability, these are the type of people that will sit there and be in church talking shit about psychics and shit about people that have spiritual gifts. And while one of their children has a gift, Yeah, I knew, dude, you talk. Yeah, no wonder this new guy you're talking to told you not to go. These people will literally, just talk down, like damn near say that people that are psychics that have gifts and use them are the devil itself incarnate. And then these are the type of people that go home and the first thing that they do is they pull up a psychic reading. So that's what I'm saying. These people are bigots. And I think I used that word right. They're bigots. They basically will tell you and tell the world not to do something, then they go home and do it themselves. And so this is same thing with drinking, same thing with, these people also in this Christian, whatever it is, they're spending a lot of flipping money. Yeah, she's definitely, if anybody pulled your flipping hair out, yes, they're practicing against you for sure. Possibly wanting to steal your destiny or steal the destiny of your children. Or it's anything in your destiny, but it could have to do with pleasing a man. So yeah. Wow, she did say that when she went off on you and then started speaking in tongues. Yeah, you're like, excuse me, ma'am. I don't understand what the demon was saying. Can you translate for me? That's hilarious. Wow. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go into that organization. Plus, they would call they want they the only reason they want new people is because they want more money. So they definitely are scamming, and they pretend to go on charity retreats and to do things for the needy, but they don't really go on these retreats. They literally spend the money on other shit. So yeah, these people are wicked. I mean, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy to do to somebody. So yeah, they feel like if they can't steal what's yours, or if they can't harm you, if they can't have your destiny, and I'm telling you, this entire church group, religion, Masons, whatever the hell they are, they're suffering, and they don't know who it is that they screwed over. But when they find out that it was little old you that they had bad intentions against, ooh, these people are going to be really in regret. Somebody may come and randomly apologize to you, and you'll be like, okay, thank you for showing me it was you. Yeah, these people, something about whatever this demon is that's on them is causing them to be infertile, and they're unable to feel joy. So these people, like I said, children are a blessing. So like they should really have been loving on their own children, because these people, everything that they say that they hate about the human race, that they say that God doesn't like, which that's a damn lie, but whatever. Everything that they say, these people's children are going to be that exact shit. So they're going to be forced to eat their words and to realize that, well, God's still loving my child and they're LGBTQ plus. God's still loving my child and they're a psychic. These people are going to be forced to watch God do right by their children when they wouldn't, which is crazy. The dude you talked to is a Mason. Wow. Wow. See, the devil, he told you not to go to the church. No, I mean, I don't think all Masons are bad. I don't think all Masons are bad. I don't get a bad energy from him, but I do know that they're involved in some type of shit. But if that's the person that told you not to go to the church, it's because there are probably people that are Masons that are in that church that know about it. The King of Swords. So I don't get a dangerous feeling, but I also am being told to tell you that this person that you're talking to, they may not be a 33-degree Mason. So they may not have this, because once you get into the 33-degree, you gain some type of like knowledge. I don't know what it is, but it has to do with sacrificing people. And that's what a lot of these groups get by on. But the people that are not that high up in it, they're not privy to that type of information. So yeah. Yeah, God bless him. The judge dropped 4 of his charges. Exactly. So pray for this person, because again, just because somebody joined the Masons doesn't mean that they're going to be a bad person, or doesn't mean that they're a bad person. A lot of people just get tricked. They just get deceived, and they think that they're doing one thing, worshiping one thing. They think that they're working towards one thing, and it's completely something else, So I would pray for this person that they wake up and have a real legitimate interaction with the divine. There is a King of Swords in the reverse here that is very judgmental. They're very manipulative. And so just beware of this person. I feel like they're attached to this Hierophant. I feel like they're definitely. Oh, can I see if the guy's loyal to you or just part of the town plot? Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get you need to. If this person was part of the plot, they would never have told you that they were a Mason. So I do feel like this person's being honest, but I get that this person that we're talking about, this King of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody else for y'all. This is somebody that's actually a part of the church. See, these people are looking at your 10 of Pentacles and they're wanting that. They feel like these people in the church feel like you did something magical to get the abundance that you have. I don't think that you practice magic to get abundance. I mean, you work for a living. What in the hell is wrong with these people's brains? So it could be now that this church group, maybe they're getting kicked out of whatever church building. They're in the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're very stupid. They're in the Five of Pentacles, which means all aspects of their life are open to being in danger, literally. And I do feel like you guys are going to come into some form of public recognition, honor, and praise. And these people, it's going to be like steam coming out of their ears when they hear this shit. Look at this. The police. Police are attached to this. They're also attached to this Five of Pentacles energy. These cops wanted your ass casted away. Oh, he's not a Mason. Well, good. These, literally, these people wanted you casted away, and that's exactly what's going to happen to them. That's hilarious. Like, the irony of it is just funny. Because you are receiving justice for your 10 of Pentacles, your house, your investments. You're receiving justice for that. You did have a female energy that was absolutely obsessed, okay? This Queen of Cups in the reverse. Absolutely obsessed. This is the person that calls the police on you. And I'm picking up on you. For some of you, this could be an older person. This is somebody that's selfish, self-destructive, and wants to manipulate and control you. She has unpredictable reactions, is cruel, and seeks revenge. Perverse, twisted, crafty, and dishonest. Immoral. She uses people and then discards them. So that's the type of energy you was all dealing with. Yeah, the cops, deter him from you. Yeah. Well, these police officers, I feel like, are crooked. So, they're definitely, they have access to systems to look up to see where you are, where you're going and shit like that. But these police officers don't have a real reason. They're going to end up catching up this person, because I feel like you're going to move out of the way and God's going to send an attack. And then this person's going to call and blame you for something, this Queen of Cups in the reverse. And they're going to be found out to be a fucking liar. They've always been lying because their moon magic is backfiring. Whatever these people do up underneath the moon is their own business, but God does not like it. God does not like witchcraft being done on innocent people. And you're dealing with the type of people that don't want to see you coming into this public recognition and fame. They would literally rather die than see that. And okay, if that's the way they feel, then they can pass away, but you're not going to be going anywhere. You also could be dealing with an Emperor in the reverse. This person is losing a lot of money. They're losing money fast. And so they were using you as some type of stability energetically. This person has a lack of maturity, no self-control, a domineering, straight up bully. Also, this person injures people by competing with them and trying to battle them. It's not this, you're not the devil. It's not this person's job to beat you. I don't know where these people are getting this sadism from, but they better turn around and go the other way, because the actual demons are starting to be loosed on these people, and who knows what's going to happen then. They're going to be straight up with this spying shit. This is always the monitoring spirit card. Good God. We rebuke all monitoring spirits in the name of Yeshua. This domineering bully literally is going to send somebody to monitor you, and let them watch you be in your house not doing shit. This is what I'm saying. These people are going to get tired of this, especially when the demons start to clap back. Wow. Speak of the devil. I'm not joking. These demons are about to clap back on these people. Also, you guys have a love union that's coming in that these police officers did not want you to have, because they feel like they can either traffic you, they can RAPE you, they can do something to you if you stay in the Nine of Pentacles and if you're single and alone. Basically, that's how they feel. They can sell you, they can traffic you. Nobody's going to know that you're gone and you're missing. That's why these people have tried to keep you from being successful on social media, from being successful in life. She walks past your house daily. Yeah, I was dealing with somebody that was gang stalking me, and they would come twice a day, every day, and try to record me through my door. And I would never answer the door. I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? I don't know who you are. Why would I answer the door? And then they're just sitting there trying to record me. I got away from that shit. So yeah, you may be guided to move. And then again, these people may be guided to move. They're going to be guided to move on, because again, when this love union comes in, this is what they wanted to stop from happening. They didn't want you to be with your twin flame. Wow. Yeah, they're experiencing so many setbacks, grief, and loss. whining. The devil is pissed off because its plots are over. It didn't work. Getting you tripped up with the police or framed for something is a lot harder to do when you don't do anything. Yeah, I can't wait till it gets off. Yeah, exactly. For sure. And so literally, it may be that you're forced to move, or it may be that they're forced to move. But either way, God just wants you out of the way so that when God sends the attack, it hits them. Yeah, these people are going to have to 8 of Cups, walk away disappointed, dissatisfied completely from their actions against you. This was not a fruitful endeavor that they were in, and they're going to see the fruits of their own labor, which is death. You know, they wanted you breadcrumbed, and they wanted to breadcrumb you on your own energy. This could also be somebody that is watching you online as well. They want to make sure that you don't make any traction, that you don't meet any people, and that you don't gain any support. But when you have the support of God, what the hell do you need people for? That's what these people fail to understand, is that God loves you. Doesn't matter if the rest of the community loves you, God loves you. And that's the most important thing. You guys will not be touched. Exactly. You'll move. You're ready to a whole new point. Yeah, exactly. Wherever you're staying at now will go to shit once you leave, because your energy won't be there to hold up any morality. These people are like seriously on substances, and they steal. I feel like that these cops have put another person in a mental institution. They worked behind the scenes. This is what basically the same thing they thought they were going to do to you. Yeah, because you have like nostalgic memories, but you also have some childhood traumas that these people were using witchcraft to trigger. And you've already healed from most of these childhood traumas. There may be a little bit of it left, but it's not enough to get you to act out of character to get yourself arrested. But that's what they want. They want this 4 of Pentacles. These people have a real problem with you having the ability to see the future and the ability to see right through what they're doing. You got like 4 cops working in our city, and the feds are here. Exactly. That's why I was saying martial law will eventually be taken over. This is for what you do for a living. These people are so freaking threatened by this, your spiritual work. They feel like that you shouldn't be able to live because you have a spiritual gift and ability that helps you see through the evil in other people. It's called discernment, yo. These people, their intentions are already seen. It's known about, and the universe is going to take care of this. So again, you guys are not going to have to do anything other than listen to God, and God will, your God-given talents will always guide you to safety and away from these people. That's how they work. This is not, these people believe spiritual abilities are like you go do a ritual and then a demon comes and gives you a gift, and then you can try to use that gift. No, that's what these people are on. Your abilities come from God, which means they're going to work naturally, and they will always warn you, ding, 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 when something is happening. Yeah, absolutely. Discernment, you're seeing through these people and their plots, and so I don't feel like they're going to succeed against you guys. I really feel like these people are about to experience a major loss. And then, it's sad when people don't value you until you're gone. And not gone like unalive, but like till you're not there anymore. Yeah, they see you as this Queen of Pentacles, somebody that's financially secure and stable. They want to take that away. I'm not kidding. These cops have been a part of some really grimy, dirty shit. They're going to have to pay for that, and they're going to have to answer to these feds. The federales, they definitely do not have to follow the same rules as these cops do. And they're going to have to answer to why they've done all this dumb shit. Really, it was really to traffic somebody and get a price put on their head. And if these cops have allowed a hitman energy to enter into your neighborhood or anywhere around you, and they knew about it and didn't do anything, like, I'm literally feeling these people get fired. They're going to be thrown underneath the jail. Like doing too much. The 3 of Wands. Yeah, this is basically your creative vision. You guys are going to be able to reach your goals. You're also going to be able, this new business idea is assured. These people cannot stop this from coming into fruition. And your life is none of their business anyways, and they should not have tried to keep you in poverty. This copycat host should not have tried to pretend to be you, because they don't hold the gifts that you hold. And that's a big deal. that people were looking to this person for real information, and this person, is repeating things that they've heard you say or some weird shit like that. Like, they're a total weirdo. This Two of Cups will not be interrupted. That means this love offer still stands. God's never going to take back its contract with you just because somebody else complains about it. When are they going to get her? Oh, well, this person's like a ticking time bomb. It should be probably any moment now. And then what these police officers decide to do after they arrest this woman or take her into custody or whatever, because I literally feel like somebody's trying to scam and pretend to be you. Whatever they decide to do at that point is going to be her own karma. Yeah, this woman needs to be taking care of her freaking children, not obsessing about you, not spying on you. I'm serious. This freaking lady is a damn weirdo. I do feel like this is because you have wish fulfillment and you have this star energy. Also, you could be having a love, like this star and the love offer is here for you. Nobody else is going to touch that. These people would have to literally, there's just no way that they could touch that. I don't know what they could do to gain it. There's nothing. There's no ritual. There's no magic. There's literally there's nothing that they could do to take the star quality and traits that you have and the natural skill set and ability. These things are not things that can be siphoned. Okay. That's what these people need to understand. Whatever they've been trying to get off of you has been dummy blessings. God's not going to ever allow these people to see what God really has for you. She's going to pass out when she finds out who I'm with. Exactly. Because I do feel like you guys now are drawing in people that protect your energy. And they're not, and again, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. They're not going to put you out there like that. These other people from your past, they put you out there like that because they wanted people to get on the bandwagon and attack you. And I disagree. I don't feel like you've ever done anything to these people. I don't feel like you're deserving of this. This is definitely some very weird shit going on here. I feel like you could be connected to Jesus Christ, and that could be pissing these people off. I mean, literally, it is your connection to Jesus that makes these people mad. Like, they don't have a connection to Jesus, and Jesus will not acknowledge them. And so they're mad about that. Oh, well, Jesus is actually your ancestor. It's not their ancestor, And so these people believe so much in their bullshit religion because they need a connection to Jesus. And that's why they wanted you to come into their church so that you would bring that. But yeah, that's stupid. Holier God on every post playing with him. Exactly. This is exactly it. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Just know that God's got you. If anything, you're going to watch these people have a great fall, but God's saying not to sit around and wait for them to fall, because God wants you to be looking for positive things in your life. And even though them falling would be a positive thing, we still don't sit around and laugh at people and make fun of them and shit like that because they have a fall, basically. So it's like winning humbly. You know what I mean? All right, you guys, know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Please like the video, share it, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. I'm sending you guys air hugs and lots of love. Peace be with you, you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Have a good day. Happy Sunday fun day. You guys go outside and love on your kitties, love on your puppies, love on your children, love on your life. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.